喂，你好，听得到吗？Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here with us today. So today we have. So now we would like to follow Master's footsteps in seeing what has been doing here in Kaohsiung. So now we have next week we actually have a lot of sharings as well from our volunteers. So we have people from Darling Hospital and all the other hospitals as well. So thank you very much for the sharing. And today it is very touching to have Master be here with us today in Kaohsiung. So at the same time, we can see that it is 7 o'clock in the evening. So this is the fifth week. So this is from next year, we will have sharing from different, we will have translation and interpreting in different languages. So there will be 4 languages at the same time, different languages each week, but 4 languages at the same time. So from here, we can see that we have 8 different languages and they will, so this today we will have English, Cantonese, Japanese, and Cambodian. So at first, everybody thought the time might be too late, but they are still willing to all come and help out and also interpret for us. So thank you very much for Teacher Sue to join us in interpreting in Cambodian. So we will have many of our volunteers share with us. And we also have YouTube as well. So I like to be with you together because you have lots of positive energy. So when we come here, we want to share the Dharma and also be able to pass on the Dharma to other people. So at the moment, we would like to introduce our team. So Master encouraged us in April 2020 to add a lot of different languages into our book studies. And so we quickly initiated this program. So we can see that we have a lot of translators and interpreters to join us, and they will interpret and translate in many different languages. So when Master heard our sharing about how we are able to do different languages and different people to come together and join this team, she was very touched and she said that we should invite more people to join us and more people to come. So this is what we hope is that we are able to have people join us first and then see if we can improve from there. So at first it was very difficult and it took a lot of effort. Do you know who everybody is very finds it very hard to interpret? It is me because I talk very fast and I also talk without a script as well. So there's lots of things that are happening locally. And so we have Tiffany, Sister Tiffany, who will be talking for me, interpreting for me. So yesterday when I met her, she said, please slow down. If you could possibly slow down a little. So Tiffany, Sister Tiffany is the only sister that is actually has an interpreting license. So I hope I can speak slower so everybody can catch up. So we don't need everybody to be really good to begin with, but through this program, everybody can become better and can improve. So now it's been running for a year. So this interpreting or translation team, how many people are there altogether? At the moment, we have 133, And then for our translations, we have over 140 people. So I hope that everybody can give us your blessings. So give us a round of applause. Okay, so now we would like to take a look at this PPT. So Master knows that we are not, this is not something that we're really good at. So she says that although we are not as, we're not very sure, or it's not a language that we use very often, but as long as we can keep working on it, keep writing, we are able to know it better. So now today, because we will have many people in this group, and we can see that all the people here today have quickly asked us to join. So when I first asked, so when Master told us, she said that with one person we might be able to do something, but with more people it might be forevermore. So today we will have a lot of different people, lots of different people, a lot of different languages, a lot of different volunteers. So today, our program, so today we have these people, these interpreters, who will be joining our interpreting team. So we can see this is our interpreting team for today. So thank you very much for these people, and Sister Tiffany, and also Eric Su as well, my brother Eric Su, and all our volunteers who are online today. So thank you very much for joining us. So this is from our volunteers who will be speaking English. And then we also have our Japanese volunteers. So they were doing it. They were doing interpreting this morning as well, but we have a different team who will be offering help this weekend. Tonight. So we can see our volunteers here who will be helping out with the Japanese interpreting. Yeah, so we have a lot of very talented people in our group. So a lot of our volunteers actually started with translation and then decided to help with interpreting as well. So our translation and our interpreting team is one team, and they all often help each other out. So I want to give them my biggest thank you for helping out today. So Sister Tiffany, do you think you can follow along with the speed, or is it too fast? So today there is 31 people who will be working on this interpreting. And we have a lot of volunteers for our Cantonese. So our brothers and sisters who will be joining us today. So our volunteers, we also have, our Burmese interpreter, sorry, got it wrong. It's Burmese, not Cambodian. So if we are able to have everybody together as a team, we are able to do things for longer. If we are only alone, then we might not be able to achieve so much. So today I'd like to invite everybody, our CEO Yan, and also our brother Simon, Zhong, and Joe, brother Joe, and brother Sean to share with us today. So every time we will invite our team who has been helping with the posters. So I'm very grateful because when I began with, it was just me by myself doing this, doing the posters. But now we have many people across the world who've been helping out with our posters. So if we look down, our sister Hui Yu is the person who had made these posters today. So if we look to the right, there is a BNT sign and also a poster, and it is all made by Sister Hui Yu. See, if we can see over here, this is all made by Sister Hui Yu. So thank you very much. The team that had accompanied Master on her trip around the country, we will have our CEO Yan who will share with us. Oh. Okay, so only one person can have a mask on and one person can have mask off. So okay, so we'd like to invite CEO Yan to join us here. Because all the team, although very busy, we can see that they all really want to share with us. No matter how many people are here, both offline and online, you must take out your phone, put it on mute, and then you need to share this Dharma studies with everyone. And we also comment and also interact with everybody on the chat group. So if you see something that really touches you from CEO Yan's chat, please write it down on the chat group and share with everybody. So some people, because it's a work day today, so there's a lot of people that might be on the road or going home. But that starts. I like to be with you because you have a lot of positive energy. So today we have our CEO Yan join us today. So we know that at this time or during this time, CEO Yan has been working hard and sending a lot of positive energy to everyone and allowing Master's mind to be at ease because we have been supporting and helping those in need. So we know that CEO Yan, he is very detail-oriented and able to help people. So if everybody listens to Monday afternoon sharing, we can hear that he has changed a lot. He is very, I think, very funny sometimes. So he's great and he's very awesome. So very good, CEO Yan. Okay, are we ready? Good job, CEO Yan. So thank you. Now we'll invite him to speak. You're not cheering loud enough. Okay, now we'll invite CEO Yan to talk. You can start.
Bodhisattva around the world, how are you? We're so happy to be at the online study group today. The timing is precious, so I'll just start. So what we're talking about today is a charity missions year review. This is a very difficult thing to talk about. So this is in a year. So we'll to present the entire years of charity missions accomplishments. So there have different. So I have 10 topics that we want to talk about. So we'll talk about the Dharma lineage recording, sutra performance, collaborative charity, joint-based fighting of pandemic, global mobilizations, online tutoring, vaccination donations, COP26, and youth participations, and also talk about our prescription for the earth. So the first, we want to talk about the Dharma lineage part. So a big point is to trace the origin, and we have any volunteers contribution to this, and this is for Tzu Chi School of Buddhism's School of Buddhism's recording. So we have different series. So the Dharma lineage is origin series, Tzu Chi history, grassroots Bodhisattva series, and the special project series. So we're happy that we have at least a Xiong this year. And then you can see there's a book study. They have been flourished everywhere around the world. On a picture we show us that there's Taiwan, there's many people, and everybody is working really hard to read books and to share their books. Also there's in America and Malaysia. This is 50th anniversary, and on the screen is a sutra performance. So this is not just a simple performance. This is like a performance that brings the Bodhisattva volunteer into the sutra, and it's very important for us to document this. And because we have a limitation on the participations, so hopefully in 2002 we will have a diligent versions, and then to get more people involved. So they have reserved Kaohsiung's big arena to do this performance, and then we also partner with Youth Theater and Tommy Yun Theater Group. So we have cooperated with central and local government in Taiwan. So they have 12 central agencies, and also cooperate with 19 counties on charity, disaster prevention, environment, humanistic culture, and also like long-term care, and international collaborations, education and development. So this is a collaborative charity drive case growth. So because see a green light, because maybe because it's pandemic, so there's a huge increase from compared to 2019. So there is, so in 2019 our emergency medical relief has come down a little bit, and then we saw there's a potential crisis, and then we just kind of become more proactive and then to push the drive, because this May we have a huge problem with Taiwan. Taiwan has a huge problem with the disease outbreak, so we have tried to purchase BNT vaccination for teenagers 12 to 17 and most Taiwanese residents. Since last year when the pandemic started, we have noticed there are a lot of vulnerable groups, people who work in essential positions have made their life very difficult. So we have paid attract attention to them, and also for students' education progress, and then have especially the vulnerable children, vulnerable families' children's their school. So Kaohsiung City has been contributing a lot to the testing of the vaccinations demonstrations. So we have made a good impression with the local community, and then we have partnered with two other group to continue to donate a lot of vaccinations. In the past 2 years, as for PBT distributions, we have distributed to 96 countries and regions, and a relief work in 44 countries and regions, and it has over 20 million counts, and that's 5 million families. So this is like international. This relief can be called international, interfaith, cross-industry, and we have a agency network to commit, and then we have support 8,796 international institutions, different kind of institutions. They have medical, they have government agencies, education, charity, and for interfaith, they have Buddhist, Christianity, Catholic, and Islamic. When the during the lockdown, so the school was stopped. So we wanted to take care of the vulnerable families, children. So we wanted to take care of them. So when we give food, provide food, and then to them, we not just care about the student, we care about the entire family. So we have created a care package and vegetable food box. So in summer, 2 months during summer, we have distributed 94,683 care package and work with 15 counties and then support 51,184 families. So we wanted to make it fun for students, so we have recruited a lot of college students join, and then to accompany students, elementary and middle school, high school students for their summer class. So when even though school might have stopped, but they don't stop learning, and they have over 800 college students participate in this program and have supported over 2,200 vulnerable family children. Yeah. So here's about the vaccinations. So it's a very tough mission, but we have to do it. So this is so we have bought and donate 5 million doses of BNT vaccines. So this is the first teenage friendly vaccination. This is the first complete authorized vaccinations, and this is first booster dose for America, and this is the first vaccination that is children friendly, and that's for 5 to 11 years old. So the FDA has approved on the 29th, and so next week the US CDC might approve it. So we have witnessed the first batch of BNT arrived Taiwan. So So it has finished in Tzuji's entire yearly budget. So we have done so much more in Taiwan and around the world. So Master Chen has not even considered about the budget and just told us that if there's a need that we have to support them. Master never wait till they have the budget, but they just start the program and then see if they can get donations. So on December 23rd, the 3 group that donate vaccines have administered 12 million doses, and that's over 1/3 of the whole Taiwan's dosage. So this is a very beautiful story. In Turkey, the Tzichi Manahan International School, there's Mustafa is a kid from a Syrian refugee. Her dad gave him €1, tell him to keep it. He said that this coin might mean a lot to me, but it's more precious to those who need it. He donated everything he has to contribute to Taiwan's vaccination purchase. So this is something we see kindness circles that run it back since we have long-term support in Turkey and then for all these years. And then we have been giving bamboo bag to the students. We're really happy and really proud to see their participation. So from 2003 to 2001, we have participated in 21 United Nations international platform and joint participation. So they found 5 category: administrations, climate, environment, refugees, and interfaith. So we have a lot of young people who participate in these projects, and thanks to Deborah from the US is helping to lead the project. So this is COP26 Climate Summit. So we have talking about how there's we have 9 press conference and to talk about from all angles, talk about the climate change, its effect, its prescriptions, how do we cooperate, and suggest actions. So these are the pictures in the COP26. So in the middle up, that is Al Gore's daughter, and kind of join with us, and then we also were invited by WHO to participate in zero carbon emissions actions plans. So WWF had invited us to participate in a press conference, and then at bottom left, there's Yuxiang, Ashley, and Tiffany. They were at broadcast live, and then to talk about COP26, and then to report the situations. Okay. So these are the topic that we talk about in COP26. So Tzu Foundation hosts a press conference on its interfaith approach in addressing the climate crisis and commitment to carbon neutrality by 2050. So we're happy to have a lot of young people, to build it and work, to invite many people around across the industry and across organizations. So they also invited the Taiwan's leader Tsai Ing-wen. And Movers is a platform to invite the younger generation to participate and to focus on SDGs, and they have people from 21 countries and 130 people participate. So maybe some people might not really familiar with this. This is the Young Youth Future program. So we have, so people can create a group and participate it, and then they can, we have people to come up with a plan, and then to put, so, and then to have come up with a plan to implement their dreams and then to help the communities. So the first 4 years we have focused in Taiwan, but starting the 5th years we're starting to expand globally. So the social media has very strong influences, and we have the youth project has increased its volume. On the Facebook, we have over 6 million counts of visiting, and Instagram over 41,000. So the impact of climate change is very severe. As you can see, this storm got stronger, more people die, more and more climate refugees. Insects impact has increased. If we press global history in 24 hours, the early primate only come out in the last 2 minutes. The modern human only show up in 2.3 seconds. But we have exhaust Earth's resource by 73%, and plus 90% of the animal or life has been eliminated, extinct. So the major thing to the prescription for today's world problem is sincerely and vegetarianism. Thank you, everyone. Do I continue now?
他如果没有在讲的时候，你们就可以开始讲。
好，
自我感觉太良好，可是社会观感并不强。因为为什么？他们有些人简报没有给我，所以他们就不想看到我哈。可是哦，在群圈里面呢，其实很多人就回应了。如果在主场的人，
他没有说了吗？
你们一定要
他没说。
那你们要开始，
好，
可以开始。
因为比如
So, Sister May was saying that for a while, that when they go out to eat, like the sharing person like is scared to see her because they haven't give her the popcorn yet. So yeah. So now she is reading the feedback online. She said there are a lot good feedback from our volunteers and from our audiences. Although there is in who how and Beijing, Shanghai, and many places from mainland China, there are a lot of volunteers go online to watch this live. This is very difficult. There are a lot of very difficult missions, but they have overcome a lot of obstacles. Even though some of the mission might be difficult, but as we have right direction, and there's always a way to push forward. Yeah, so this是个我。So shall I go?
可以说是 OK. Did you hear talk about many people's name? And Deputy Xiong name was mentioned twice. So in the report, he used a very. So we sent to one telegram. Over 9,000 people can receive this message. Based on the report, you understand a little more about Suji's charity. Let's give him a big hand applause. So you can put 3 more comments. One should praise Meiyun, Sister Meiyun. No matter will make people sweat, no matter whether it's hot or cold. Deputy Xiong was mentioned twice. Do you feel alert? So I take the praise as the alert to myself. So this is a teaching from Master Chen Yan. Use praise as self-alert. So I'm the people to make people sweat. You think it's praise? Let's give a big hand for Deputy Xiong. Just do it. Good evening, everybody. Today, I'm just going through, so we should listen, stop, and watch. For we help 96 countries for the pandemic. Help. So Mongolia is a new country we help since last month. Over 8,796 institutions help us to finish this mission. So the guideline from Master Chen Yan, we must be very quick. Since last year, before the Chinese New Year, the pandemic started. Nobody knows what's going on, and the whole world is unprepared. Remember that time we cannot export our mask, and we use cooking utensil to cook the face mask. So we did try to help China with all the personal protection equipment. So afterwards, Europe, Africa, the 5 continents, expanding very fast to all these continents. Since 1.0, then China's pandemic situation got relieved, so we can send the 1.0 plus, we can help 96 countries around the world. Since September, the Delta variant. So we are, as Xiong said, we should have different storage places in different countries around the world. So we stored all these personal protection equipment so we can prepare ahead around. So we check the storage we have. It's over 10 million pieces. Right now we have 9 million pieces existing. We should have enough. This is called 1.0 plus. It's not the end yet. The second quarter of the year, all the South Asia countries, including India, their health system collapsed. So we just trying to purchase the PCE locally. We have helped 16 countries. We sent 5,000 oxygen machines to Indonesia. And we got thank you from the president of Indonesia. These are all the different PCE we sent to 96 countries. So 2021, we helped 50 countries. So we sent the most PCE to India and in Indonesia, those countries with big population. So this 40 million pieces, including the ambulance. Let me give you some example. We sent 36 oxygen. We can concentrate the oxygen from the air. So with the 36 oxygen machine, we help 53 people in Jordan. Those institutions we work with mostly are either government, education, charity organization, and some Buddhist, Christian, and Muslim institution. And last year, Vatican asked help from us. We sent 4,000 masks to them because all the priests, they are the first line people to help many priests sacrifice for doing their job. So totally we send 140,000 masks. We also send the oxygen tank to India. This is we send the whole oxygen generation plant. You can create the oxygen and send to all different bed in the hospital. Sent to the hospital in India, Chennai. We go through the help with the Buddhist temple to send the ambulance to the Indians church religion association, and all the brothers and sisters, they get help. And last year, when the pandemic is serious, and our university developed the fast test kit, we sent to 8 countries to about 200,000 pieces. We also provide the vaccination station to 4 countries, 38 places, and we have helped 720,000 people get help. And we send our herb solution to 35 countries. Increase. This is a product from the Tzu Hualien Hospital. Tzu started from the beginning. We have helped 126 countries or region. And last year, we had 24 more countries. How come it increase so fast? It's in such difficult information. Those countries are closed their border. How do I achieve that? We got Zhenyan's active care and leverage other people's help so we can work with other organizations. So that's the tally of the materials, and also during the pandemic period to help those people have difficulty, have hardship in their life. If they don't have food, they will have chaos in their country. It's over 20 million people get helped. Mainly in the high population country like India and Indonesia get most help. In Indonesia, they help from the local force. Some countries have difficulty to reach, like Lebanon. We still try to help. hunger add up with pandemic, a double effect. When every one of 10 people on Earth are with an empty stomach going to sleep. Also, we heard a story about the stone soup. Mother have no food for the children to eat. Just let them go to sleep first. Today's hungry map in the red number is most serious country got hunger problem is there are 11 countries, 35% of population are in hunger. We've done that for North Korea. The median stage like 25 to 34.9% population. A certain country like Mozambique, Botswana, Afghanistan. For people 15 to 24.9 country, like 12 countries with hunger, like India, the whole Asia, mostly in Asia. We did some tally for last year. And for this coming year, we're going to help 44 countries to relieve their hardship. So we can help those countries get those hunger people. We're going to promote more volunteer. For Haiti, we sent 12,000 tons of rice. It's from the government's rice. So we plan to send 6,000 tons rice. The shipping cost is higher than the rice price. So from our citizen Yan's advice to purchase locally to reduce the carbon emission. So we're gonna have purchase locally, the other half that we're gonna ship there. For Haiti, they used to be exporting rice. We hope they can stand on their own feet as soon as possible. We wish we can help them more. And this year we got a chance to go through several charity organizations in the United States to provide food to Afghanistan. So use a special channel with the help from our team at the United Nations. So we got a channel to help them. The virus change frequently, start from alpha, beta. The virus mutation is the way how they survive. We also need to survive. So be a vegetarian is the best way to help us through this difficult time. All the grain used to feed the cattle, goat, then we reduce the food for human beings. So only 8% of vegetarian around the world. Still a lot of room to grow to persuade people going through vegetarianism. So that's we City people need to promote vegetarianism no matter what. Mine's on last month. So we also sent vaccine to the untouchable, to India. We also sent to Haiti. We're gonna keep on trying. So we're gonna promote the vegetarianism and the environmental protection. And that including the tally for last year and the plan for this coming year. So you can see the report at many pages that the Deputy Xiong, he goes through that very fast. We have done a lot of things, and the number will talk about Dharma also. So all because of the Ciji people, they have Dharma in heart, so they put Dharma into action. Just now, Deputy Xiong, all these numbers are very important. This is a very delicate report. So we really appreciate the Bowen groups sent to all the groups. So let everybody know immediately about those numbers. So we have Deputy Xiong. We appreciate him have such a detailed report, very concise report. We have done a lot of things. We can make another number. Behind the number is the love. The audience for the evening session reluctant to left your message. Please send your message as much as you can. Love you. Speak out. Tally the charity. Appreciate everybody's love in life in the world. I'm not quite familiar with the people who left the message. Yeah, I know Wei Ling is from Kaohsiung. He's waiting already. Sister Jing, he spent 5 minutes to come to the main theme. Wen Jing is doing the translation right now. You have to save the earth, is save ourselves, our life altogether. Life is one unit. We have to save ourselves by ourselves. 10 topics.
的等一下人家才会写。各位，
Very
说请赶快写雄父的，让我等
good.
一下可以回想。
Very good report.
你是哪里的家人？
Did you sweat?
随师菩萨要分享，我们可以在云端线上去分享，真的非常的感动。我们的小编说
I'm just reporting the response from the first presentation.
他在日本大阪，他说刚才那个星光引路这一首歌非常非常的美好，所以请晚上的家人，包括主场的家人
Please, everybody left your message online.
你可以念一下，英文比我好。
Osaka, Japan. The song is very beautiful.
他非常 Lisa Tim， 你是哪里的家人？就是非常感恩。2021年我们在慈善这个部分，其实是慈善这一个部分的行动，其实是很多发自内心要感动、感受、感谢的，所以非常的感恩。所以我们先请雄父回去哈，我们回去就会有。
We're doing very good in 2021 for the charity activity. Really appreciate Deputy Xiong.
是，对，为什么我这么可怕呢？我就明明很可爱啊。好，大家请看这边《静思本草引》。好，这件事情我不知道
Brother Brown.
静思本草引，但是知不知道我们有新的产品？我不知道你知不知道？我来问一个人就知道。嗨，郭伯虎师兄，请问静思本草引之外，你知道现在有滚珠露跟本草滴露这件事吗？你知道吗？你知道吗
？Go on. Okay.
现在知道了，给予掌声。好，这个完全没有套招，反应之好，我们真的非常感恩。
What's the 金丝 herb?
因为棒棒太天才，所以呢，连我们的郭伯虎师兄还会带着。
Oh, now, well, we are so grateful that tonight, and we have good speeches with good clients and guests here, and everyone is here. And so many speakers are with Mr. Zheng today, and I know they are tired, but they are still with us on the stage, speaking wonderful content with us, right? So wonderful. Why don't we give them a big hand, please? Well, and we have so many guests coming here, and I feel so touched, right? And actually, don't miss out our content today, right? And they are wonderful. Well, and there will be no commercial today. And the only thing that I like to say is I really want to introduce to you the wonderful products from our Jingsi, like a factory there. And we have a herbal tea, herbal drink here. And we have so many like wonderful products that I can't just wait to share with you. So give us a big hand, please. Well, and all the wonderful contents here, okay, I really like to tell you all of them. And this is a good day. So if you want to, stay with us and don't forget about the wonderful products produced by Jingsi. And today, and if you were here on site with us in Kaohsiung, and you can purchase all the Jingsi products right here, which include, we have drops here, and we have herbal tea, and they just cost you $2,400 totally. And let me tell you the secret today, they cost only you $2,100 today. And see, how is your math now, right? And how many percent of discount is it? Let me tell you the secret. This is a wonderful price today. So only today. And by the way, here is a tea candy which looks really good. And we really want you to have a prosperous New Year next year. And there you go. This is a gift from Online Study Kaohsiung Group. And also, if you purchase our Jingsi product by $800, then you will have this wonderful gift for free. And if you come here and buy anything here, then you will get discount today. And let's give them a very big hand. And today, this is a good day. Then we can, okay, come here and let's share the wonderful content right here in Kaohsiung today. Well, then again, I really want to say that we can really share the good products of Jingshi with every one of your friends, right? And you can also purchase all the good products at the nearby like a Jingshi bookstore around your country. And I will, have a good friend who works for the hospital of Kaohsiung, and they will just be here and purchase such products and for their friends, right? Okay. Well, let's just spread the love all together. And this is a very wonderful way that if you can introduce the good products of Jingshi with your friends and your family members, and you can just take a try. Well, and some people ask me like, Meiyun, are you using them as well? And I answer them, yeah, of course, I am, right? So I feel, please trust Mr. Zheng Yan. And she always like guide everybody toward a positive way. And I can't just wait again to introduce you all the Jingshi products right here. And please go to the nearby like Jingshi bookstore and try to purchase good products. Thank you very much, right? Please, okay. And do you feel good? Are you sweating? Please hold on the microphone. And I have known this gentleman for a very long time. I know Jingcheng, and I know this gentleman so long. And today, and he's gonna be having the inventory of his life tonight. I'm so happy. Why? Because I just couldn't participate in his past lives, but now I try to know little by little about his life. And now I'm also sweating. Why? I tell you that, okay, in his PowerPoint file, okay, there's no word in his PowerPoint. And he says, no problem, okay, I will just speak like slower in an easier way. And I really don't know that how simple can his like a speech be. So ladies and gentlemen, we have like a Yunjing here. Thank you very much, Teacher Meiyun and everyone here in Kaohsiung. And everyone online, good day. And just Teacher Meiyun, right, just introduce you about a Jingshi product. And let me, add one more example. Let it try. Okay, if you purchase like any Jingshi product today, and you may take a free picture with our like a CEO of a charity foundation. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, and are you sweating? And also, good news to share. And within the 4 or 5 years, I think tonight, it is the fattest, okay, when he spoke with us, right? Okay, I'm talking about like a CEO Yan Bowen, and today I'm really slow when I speak, right? And just now they talk about, okay, how they feel about Tzu Chi, okay? And now I'm guiding you toward my world, and I like you to talk about how I feel when I am a part of the Tzu Chi members, all right? And this picture shows you that in 1996, when I first, got to know Tzu Chi, when I was a soldier in Jinmen, and within a cave, and in Jinmen, I stayed in the caves for over 2 years, and I got to know a lot of Tzu Chi volunteers in Jinmen. Therefore, I participated in the recycling jobs. And a few days ago, I went back there to Jinmen with like a Yan Bowen CEO. And this picture was taken in 1997 when I served in the terminal care unit in Hualien Ziji Hospital. And I was a volunteer there. Okay, and I had to be like a severely trained. Therefore, I could be such volunteer, right? And I really expected that. You can say that, okay, Yunjing, you are really very much alike when you were like at that time, 1996, right? I'm so happy. Okay, and it is my honor that I can just serve in Tzu Chi for my life. And within 1999, I started like serving as a volunteer to relieve the like AIDS. And this picture was taken in North Korea. And the children there, because of the famine, were just so skinny and they are just stopped. And they really didn't know like what like amount of the food really looked like. And this is a volunteer who is very experienced in international relief jobs. And he held the hand of one little baby there. And actually the baby were just born not long ago. And he felt so shocked because of the famine. And the babies were also in the bad condition physically. But we just, couldn't bear to see such thing there. And especially in the hospitals. And there are really, a lot of the images that really shook me so much, right? And it is a way in a picture, okay, that the doctors gave a surgery to the baby. And in Taiwan, known as a developed country, and it is really difficult to imagine to see such a thing there. So there, I also witnessed a lot of children under the poor condition. And I was impressed by this picture. And do you know that? Okay, this picture was taken under minus 29 degrees Celsius. And if they want to go to the bathroom, they had to just walk outside and reach the bathroom. And you can feel that how cold it would be. But they still had to do this. And we went to several households. And we also sent our love in many families like that. And it was the story in 1999 when we just started our distribution, relief aid in North Korea. And we launched the related projects. And the Tzu Chi really broke the record in North Korea because, Tzu Chi just could get into the corners farms, countries, and counties like in North Korea. And I was really shocked individually, personally there. And I really witnessed the suffering, and I knew that I actually am blessed. And when I talk about my Indonesian experience in 2022, and it also shook me very well. And it is Angke River in this picture. And we devoted ourselves Tzu Chi volunteers and do the cleaning there. And you will see there are just full of trash right there beside the river and in the river. And actually the children must, had to live in such a surroundings there. And see, you can see that the children could just run and walk over the mud around the river. And they had to also stand, on the trash piled there. Actually, they are not the real world. They are not real roads there. And you will see this was just a kind of the shady path there. And in this picture, you see that is a bathroom that they were using. And not far away from that, you will see people just do the laundry right there. And you see in this picture, and they'll also have to wash clothes using all the dirty water there. And you know that, and I was introduced to buy Angke River stinky tofu around there, just near that river. Well, then I now know that why it was named the stinky tofu there. This is just a joke there, okay? And actually, this was their like a daily life in there in Indonesia at that time. And according to my experience in North Korea in 1999, and we also know that we built hospitals and we also built schools for them as a scheduled. And in 2002, well, in Indonesia again, and we really faced the same situation as we did in 1992. Okay. And in my mind, actually, a lot of people, at the same time in Taiwan, are holding their demonstration, protests in Taipei. Okay. And you see the same time, but in different corners of the world, and the different things were just taking place there. Okay, so now you know that we have to take some inventory of our lives, right? Okay, then let's go back to Indonesia here, and Mr. Zheng preached that that we had to just do the relief jobs through the five main guidelines here. And in this picture, let me tell you, this is the picture that I took, right? That a train was just going on, toward me. And I was just, near that train. And you will see that so many people were on the train there. I stayed there for over 2 months. And I'm grateful that so many volunteers just gave me their hands. And I followed a lot of entrepreneurs, and within the pictures, all the entrepreneurs in the pictures are super rich, but they just did a relief jobs. For example, dispatching the rices and giving out the relief aid to people who need our help, right? Mr. Zheng believes that people are willing and capable of doing everything as long as we are willing to do so. And therefore, in Indonesia, we not only clean their Angke River, but also give out the love and the relief aid. Okay, and in this picture, then you will see that I was on the boat, but the direction is kind of wrong, right? But this is kind of funny story. Therefore, that we had, of course, an accident on the river as well, right? And here is a pictures that after we built them the Da'ai village houses, and I was surrounded by the children telling them kind of fun stories with them. And in year 2003, something special also happened to me. I had a chance to go to Iran, and I witnessed the impermanence and the sufferings in there. And in Bamu in Iran, after the earthquake in this picture in 2003, December 26 in 2003, a major earthquake happened in Bamu in these pictures. Over 40,000 people passed away just after a single night. Then you will realize that within the big city, nobody was there. And as you can see from this picture, no house was complete. And at that time, we had a survey team arriving in their places within 3 days, and see whether we could just give out any help. And we see a lot of dead bodies here. And here, in the picture, they just covered the dead bodies with plastic bags and just covered them with the soils. Ladies and gentlemen, 40,000 people died there. Really, really shocking to me. I participated in my grandparents' funeral, of course, right? But that was the experience which was different from 40,000 people a casualty in that country. I was waken up every morning, not by my alarm clock, but by the crying over a lot of people. And this picture was taken when I was in Iran over like 2 months, right? And see, it was actually a broken car, okay? And it will see that, okay, it is without the parts, and we still had to use this car. Although this car could not be just turned left a little over, but well, they still had this car, and I decided to just try driving this car, and you will see that we seem to be happy, right? And it was a really kind of special life experience there. And see, as we woke up every morning, sleeping in the Inten under -5 degrees Celsius in temperature. And after we brushed our teeth with the iced water, and when we walked on the street outside and no house was completed, they are just devastated. And it was the thing that we witnessed like for over 2 months. And how do you think, right? And what can you imagine there? And now in year 2004, on January 1st, 2004, I was deeply impressed. And in this picture, actually this picture was not taken very well, but I still want to show you this picture. And why? Because you see the sunshine in the picture, and it was the first sunlight on January 1st, 2004. And let me tell you, okay, just a few hours before the picture was taken, every corner in the world, everybody was celebrating, okay, the new year. And now I received the flower from a guy, okay, in Iran, okay, in order to thank me to take care of their refugees in Iran. So the military leader gave me such flowers, right? Well, everyone in the world was very crazy about celebrating the new year. But as a volunteer, I had no vacations to celebrate anything. And our a relief team, including like a team on earthquake relief, well, we're just working hard at that time. Okay, and this picture was taken. You will see the glass of the bus was broken. And actually, it was broken by stones. Okay, and why? Because there are some refugees that they just couldn't take the bus and send them somewhere. Therefore, they just threw the stones toward us, right? And international relief actually was not as you can imagine, right? It is really dangerous, right? Okay. And this is Wang Zhihong, who also went there, and we stayed together in the tent for over 10 days, right? And we really witnessed together the impermanence in our life. Well, and one of them, and whose wife was under a very difficult situation, having a baby. Therefore, we just did something all together and try to offer as much help as we could. And you see, I was holding a laptop here, and let me tell you, there was no internet signals at the time there. You can just, flip through. You can just send any messages online really easily. But at that time, I just couldn't, and I had to try through a satellite telephone. Well, and this picture was taken when we are trying to build, the children a school in Iran, and we also collect donations there as well. Well, and I had to also give out the receipts to them once they donated the money. And here's Hu Guangzhong, and we had to also cook for ourselves, right? And I took this picture myself here. and this is kind of beautiful mountain there. In 2004, we have like a tsunami in Southeastern Asia, and I also witnessed the devastating casualty there. And you can see here, this was really kind of a deadly disaster, which really took a lot of people. And over 100,000 people died there. And you see here, I witnessed them, twice, in my life about the casualties, right? One was in Iran, and the other was in Southeastern Asia. And it is the picture taken when I was doing my report to Mr. Jing about the relifting projects, how we are going and what we are going to do next. Well, and this picture says that we are trying to build them the Dai village there. And in 2007 in Jordan, and we also witnessed a lot of heroes in the desert there. Well, and this picture was taken, you can see the three heroes sitting there, including Lin Jingyu, and we really had to bear a sandy situation there. Well, we see the children who really suffer a lot there. And under the tree, we held a reading club there. And within this picture was taken in 2008 when Mr. Zheng Yan called us, to us through the satellite telephone. And it was really difficult that we tried ourselves to communicate on telephones, right? And 2013, I had to say thank you to all the volunteers in Kaohsiung, including you see Zhou Xinhong here, you see Pan Jili, you see Feng Hongdian here. And we also help out, in Soviet typhoon in northern Taipei, in northern Taiwan in Taipei. And we had a simple lunch there because we did a relief aid in northern Taiwan, And 2014, the Kaohsiung gas explosion in Kaohsiung, and I stayed in Kaohsiung for over 2 weeks. And also, I also helped out in the Hualien earthquake in 2018. And we really, helped out, And they really nourished my life. And here are the days when we were in Kaohsiung. And it is kind of great affinity that we can come over here and share something interesting with us and have fun. But this is a wonderful and happy time when I am here with you. And within my 20-year life serving in Tzu Chi, I can't say anything but just be grateful to you. And this is a great chance. And I want to show you this picture. I want to say that no matter how tired, how exhausted Mr. Zheng Yuan is, and she just do everything that she can, even when she is weak. Well, and today, let me ask you, and here are the two pictures, and which one would you choose, right? When you face your last moment in life? Which one? Why do I choose this one? Well, it is kind of impermanence it is impermanent in life, and we don't know when we're gonna be passed away. Well, and then someday, if you realize that, I pass away, and please put this picture as the one, for my funeral, please, right? Please don't choose other pictures, right? I like this one. Well, and it is near it is near the New Year's Day. Why am I talking about this, right? Because I am pretty frank toward my life, and I'm prepared that any moment could be the moment I have to pass away. So for me, it is okay. And let me say thank you to you, because, I am helped here, and I really like to say that. And within a lot of journeys, especially this time, and I am so grateful that, Kaohsiung's volunteer are really, really hardworking, like volunteers, you know, when you are doing all the, like a voluntary job, okay, when you do the reports toward the Master Zheng Yan. Wonderful, okay, and this is great. Yeah, and Mr. Yan Bowen, this is a wonderful moment, right? Okay. Okay. So please come over here, okay? CEO, Mr. Yan, come here, please. Okay. Okay. And just now, Wang Yunjing said that whoever purchased the Jing's product can take the picture with the CEO Yan Bowen, right? So Mr. Yan is standing over here, and this is a kind of greater memory for us, right? Well, if Wang Yunjing doesn't share his own experience of his life, we can't just know that he has done so much and experienced so much there with Siji, right? Okay. 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 Well, so you will receive a souvenir, okay, as a gift in your hand. This is a hand cream, 大爱 hand cream. This is just wonderful. And wherever we go under pandemic, that we have to we have to infect our hands using the alcohol, right? So the hand cream for us is really wonderful, okay? And this is a great gift, just like the great love, right? Okay. And it costs $399, and if you buy them, and those money will just go to the donation of the vaccine. Okay, so if you have already applied this and smelled it, and you will realize that the smell is good, and you don't feel greasy in hands, okay, and your hands are just clean. Okay, bad news for you, out of stock. But this won't last forever. We will have the next batch of the products in the future. So in the future, you can just purchase them. Okay, so please, right? Right. You will see the two gentlemen, right? Here are the days they are with us, right? Okay, right? Well, and they are always with us, you know, with like the journey of Master Zheng Yan in Kaohsiung, right? So see, this is kind of happy moment, right? And we have had this for over 10 years, right? And here is a message saying that Mr. Wang, you've never changed, that you are a gentleman, okay? And you really guide us and really take kind of inventory of our life, right? And we are so grateful to you. And we also have a Hui saying that, okay, and we have like a CEO Yan Bowen here, and we see the airplane just in back of him, and they are very happy, okay? Okay, so this is actually a wonderful craft there, okay? So this is a beautiful scene. Okay, so please, okay, let's take a look at the CEO Yan Bowen. This is a wonderful image, right? Okay. Yeah, because, you know, this is Yan Bowen who launched the project of like a vaccine purchase here, right? Okay, and here is also a message to say thank you to like a Xiong Fu, okay, saying that this is a wonderful numbers and accurate in the presentations for us to know what Siji is doing, right? Okay. Well, because, you know, the hand cream is out of stock, so he's the only one person who can receive my gift today. Okay. Okay, and I have to also say thank you to Wang Yunjing there because he didn't go to Da TV to be the anchorman there, so he stays with me. So we have one more talented, okay, in our office, right? Okay. But in Tzu we have so many talents with us, right? And wonderful. This is great. And great sharing, right? Okay. And here, this is a hand cream that helps your hand, right? So please, okay, send the sharing link with your friends, right? Okay. Okay. So.
In the Tzu world, there are so many touchable stories. Now we are going to invite our volunteer. He's a young people. Let's listen to his sharing. He's a very cool young man. Today we don't have much time, but they are going to sharing their amazing story. Earlier, we see this young man. He just shared his experience in the last sharing. And I heard that talking about the Tzu college gate volunteers, they say they would like to share Master Zhenyan's with currents and their worries. Today earlier we see a special scene, and then he said he would like to share Master Zhenyan's worries and burdens. And from the previous interview, and now I recognize he is the young man in our previous interview. And during that time, he was our Tzu college volunteer. And today he comes here. He didn't just sharing Master Zhenyan's worry. He has been to Sidan. And do you still remember that the day before we in our Kaohsiung online study, we have a translation team. They are from Sidan, and Sidan volunteers were introduced by him because he has been there. So now he is the connector, he is the introducer to introduce our Sidan translation volunteer to join our Kaohsiung online study team. And now I would like to introduce some good products from our Jing. Some products is shortage now, but soon after you can purchase. So now let's welcome our volunteer, Mr. Chen Sidan. Hello, good evening, everybody. Meiyun Laoshi, she is very good at introducing our Jing products, and she's very good at the promotion. I was very surprised and shocked by the picture sharing by our volunteer, Mr. Wang. I was very nervous while seeing the pictures. Why? Why I was nervous? Because by seeing the picture of our volunteer, Mr. Wang, Many years ago, he was skinny, but nowadays he's a little bit chubby. So I'm worried that I don't want to become like this. But now, I would like to talk about not just the. I would like to share about the Ciji's youth impact. Due to the great pandemic, before we always have the sharing to check what Ciji College Gate volunteers have done. But due to the great pandemic, we only can do it once a year. Do you know that every generation we name them different names? For example, the people who were born from 1981, they are Generation Y, and the people who were born in 1996 till 2010, they were Generation Z. So, by this, I can say that I am the Y generation. So now we call those young people, they are Generation Y and a Generation Z. These two generation people, they are lucky, but they are unlucky. Why I say that? Because years, we can say that 50 years ago, 100 years ago, people, they suffered from the world. But now this Generation Y and Generation Z, actually they suffered not less serious than the 50 or 100 years ago, because they have faced an onslaught of natural disaster. Even they were born in the era of virtual network, but they are substance rich and spiritual poverty. So it's always pros and cons. So for these young people, the Generation Y and the Generation Z, how we are going to tell them how they should do on their Bodhisattva's path. For example, just few weeks ago, there's disaster in the U.S. and also in the Philippines and in Japan. Just this month, Philippines they suffered from the great tornadoes, and many people suffered. Many people lost their house. So, for these people, the Y generation and the Z generation young peoples, they concerns most about are about the climate and environmental topics. They are both this Y and Z generation's top concern. And let's have a look at this PowerPoint. You know, in Taiwan, the Y and Z generation young people, they care much about is the climate change and the environment change. So they pay a lot of attention on these two issues. Today, actually, I was invited to join the seminars with the Y and the Z generation, but actually, until today, I have the chance to see this. Can you imagine that there are so many recycling centers, and in Kaohsiung, there are 8 recycling centers in Kaohsiung. Can you imagine there are almost 2,000 people to do the recycling volunteers? And I also would like to introduce you another topic our Y and Z generation young people focus on. Have you ever heard about the sustainability, the solution to our Earth? This seminar, 此季 organization has been introduced more than 103 times, and there are more than 93 live streams introduced our organization. And let's have a look at other PowerPoint. You see, many young people, they care about this issue, and there are more than 260 young people to join our team, and they are from more than 21 countries. And these people, they are suffered from the climate change, and due to this reason, they concern about these issues more than other people, and therefore they are willing to join our volunteer team. So this year, 2022, in October 16, we invite many people and many circular economy society company and many social media to cooperate with us, and we have a seminar, and we have a topic is about the circular economy. But do you know what is circular economy? It's not just about the trash, the recycling. Actually, most of the young people, they don't know what Tzu Chi Volunteer has done in our volunteer team. But by this social media, more and more people understand it. From this seminar on October 16, there are more than 427 people cite these activities, and there are about 20,000 people watch it online, and we have so many people join our seminar online. Actually, the Generation Z and the Generation Y, these young people, they're willing to devote themselves to some public issue, but they have no way, they don't know what to do. So we have this project. This project is a public welfare practice project, and then we invite many young people to join us. So now there are more than 11 teams to join us, and so many people, they enroll to this project. They just not only mention about the improve your environment and the circular economy, and also to care about the poverties. So let's have a look at this PowerPoint. There are so many people, so many young people, they're willing to help and devote themselves in their volunteer team. You can see there are about 1,000 people. They are interested in the disaster relief. And so many people on Facebook and on Instagram focus on the environmental issues. And now let's have a look at this PowerPoint. Don't worry. Now I'm going to tell you about the promotion of vegetarian food. This actually is a market that many people can go there to buy vegetarian food in this market. Now we are devote ourselves to raise this kind of market, the vegetarian market, to promote vegetarian food. And in Taipei, recently you can see this kind of shops. They are complex concept house. And what the complex concept house are doing, many young people, they can go there to raise some exhibition and the people can buy the food there, but they would like to promote the vegetarian. So you can purchase the vegetarian food and you can see the many things, many vegetarian products in the supermarket here. So actually, vegetarian is very modern. So we are trying to make this kind of activities to be a regular one. So we will just start from Taipei. And what we are focused on this year is about promote vegetarian food to our young generation. Because in the old time, why Taiwanese will be vegetarian? Some people say that's because they make a wish, they suffer some bad condition or they suffer some disaster. That's why they would like to be vegetarian and make a wish. And while their wish comes true, maybe they don't go on to be the vegetarian. So nowadays it's different. More and more vegetarians, they are young people because they are vegetarian because they would like to protect our environment. And now, let's have a look here. More and more young people, they say Taiwan is an aging society, and more young people, they are caring about the mental health. Can you see that? In the Taiwanese university, the Taiwan University, more and more Taiwanese young men suffers from depression, about 160,000 people. So this rate increase annually. It's a very serious problem. And Mr. Zheng Yan has published some book, and these books are helpful for young people to figure out their problem of depression. And some books just tell some positive and energetic topics and teach the people how they to solve their problem and overcome the difficulties and the depressions from their life. So from this book, we can see so many issues, and there are so many good methods to help the young people to solve their problems, to help them overcome the depression. These books are from our Tzu organization, our main idea, Jing, because these ideas teach these young people how to repentance and how they can improve the relationship, not just between the girlfriend or boyfriends, also the families. And they represent what they have done in life and they learned and solved the problem. This is a very good recycle, and this is also a very important issue to improve the young generation's mental health. And let's follow this PowerPoint. People concern more about the personal social responsibility, but we also need to focus on the interpersonal skill and the well-being. And while these young people, they are not just physical health, but also mental health, and they can devote themselves and just devote themselves in our volunteer team, and so they can tell the pros, the benefits to be volunteer. to their friends. So that's what we would like to share you today. We can find the good solution to Okay, so let's have a look. The Y and the Z generation, they live in the virtual network. Sometimes they question themselves what they can do. And let me tell you what young people they can do. This year, due to the serious pandemic, and many people they cannot go to school, but the young generations, what they have done to help each other. You can see this cifras. We have an organization for these young people to accompany the students, the classmates to learn together. Because our Tzu Chi volunteer would like to focus more on the young people's issue. So that's why we start these programs. We invite the teenagers to accompany the elementary school students or the junior, senior high school students to learn together. And not just these students, also the new immigrants and some Aboriginal students. And how they doing this program, I would like to share you. I would like to share you a case that this year there's one special student is due to the great pandemic he could not go to school, and while he learned at home, thanks to the study mate help him, he learns much better than before he was in school. Let's have a look these cifras. This is the general pattern of rating achievement of students from different income groups. You know, due to the great pandemic, these rates has decreased almost 20%. And we realize while the students they join our team, this program, they have the accompanying to learn together. They learn better before the pandemic. And now I don't have much time, but I would like to share you this picture. You can see this student. Her father is a taxi driver, and he make the card for his father on Father's Day, and he learned the gesture class online. It's very cool, right? So science also can be the solution to this great pandemic. And let's have a look at this video. Actually, this one, she is our... Okay, let's have a look at the sharing of this child. The year I graduated from high school, I was burned in a Baxian amusement park. The explosion, I was hurt seriously. I was injured seriously during that time. And before, I was helped by many Tzu Chi volunteers, and I'm appreciate and I'm grateful. But now I am able to help others. So it's really nice that I used to be helped, but now I can help others too. And actually, we wonder the Y and Z generations, these young generations, will they come to be volunteer if we pay them, if they have some benefit? And actually, yes. You see, these young people, they come to our Ziji organization and help to clean the beach and join the volunteer activities. You see, some volunteers, they used to be the Ziji College Gate volunteer, but now they graduate. They still devote themselves in the volunteer. You know, our I would like to show you this cifras. You can see Ciji organization is the highest focused on social media to young generations. So we do really have a great youth impact to the young generation. Let's give these young people a big hand. You're really doing great.
人可以没有权利，但是要有影响力。不要以为他年纪轻轻，影响力看起来是很大的。在这一段科技阶段
You're really great.
用了这样子的方式，在执行长办公室所有人的支持下往前走，让我们学校里面的很多
people can't
透过科技，其实是大要进。所以我相信很多人孩子，他们心目中不会叫他陈先生，会说。
I'm sure many young people in Taiwan will call him not Mr. Chen, but call him Teacher Chen. Great. And today, now is the last speaker. I had more opportunity to work with Sister Jingcheng. We have many affinities to work together. We used to work in Teachers Association in Taiwan, in Tzu, and I had to visit Hong Kong. She accompanied me to visit Hong Kong. She is a very modern person. She accompanied us and encouraged us for the Teachers Association in Tzu. I'm very grateful that I have had this opportunity to interview her and listen to her sharing. And so we listened to 4 sharing from 4 male volunteers from Tzu, and now we are going to listen to the very last person speaker. She is female, and let's give her a big hand to welcome her. And I listened to the sharing, and I was wondering how come I was the 5th person. And so Sidan, before he spoke it before me, he said he was an expired youth. So I thought that it's not because I'm the last person who shared. It's not because of the age. Master Chen said that how many there are 80,400 seconds in a day. And when we take a step, when I walk onto the stage, it already taken 5 to 6 seconds of my lifetime. And I feel very grateful that I have the opportunity to work in Qiji. 34 years ago, my aunt went to Qiji in Hualien. In 1987, my aunt went to Hualien, and she was attracted by a nun in Hualien, and she took her canvas to Hualien. She wanted to paint, but she didn't really paint anything. She was attracted by Dharma Master Zhen Yan. My mom worries so much about my aunt. My aunt became a volunteer in Qiji. And 1997, I graduated from high school. And in 1997, I graduated. I always go to Qiji in Hualien for my winter and summer vacation. And even I went there for many times for my winter and summer vacation. I didn't expect that I would someday live in Hualien, until one day a master called me to ask me whether I want to work for the religion office and Qiji Foundation. And I don't know why. After the telephone call asking me whether I want to work for Qiji Foundation and the religions department, and there's a thought raising up in my mind. I know that the Qiji is a very important thing in my life, but I haven't had enough fun in the mainland world. I still wanted to have fun. But in 2015, there's a rumor hurting Qiji, and it impacts Qiji world so much. So I made up a very important decision in my life that I want to work for Qiji. In 1997, I make a decision that I want to return back to Qiji to work for Qiji. When I go back to Qiji, I had a very when I went back to Qiji at first, I had a very short hair, and I had dyed my hair to red, and they wonder the masters in Jing's Abode. They wonder how this young person personality is, but the masters in Jing's Abode, they treated me very nice and very gently gave me guidance. So I continue stay in Qiji. There's the pronunciation of the three Chinese characters, the pronunciation is yu. You can bring happiness to people. That's yu. And another yu is given to people. And the third yu ren is fooling people. And we could make a decision that we would want to bring happiness to people, or we want to give to people, and we could allow people to depend on us and give our shoulder to allow people, suffering people, to lean on our shoulders. And I was going to Philippines for the Qiji training. And when in the there's a war between United States and Iran. The war broke out, and we were worried that the future situation in the world will depend on the result of this war between United States and Iran. So we all went through the anxious time. And in year 2015, in March, there's a turbulence in the sky. City has done so much good works to save a lot of people from the suffering. But when the rumors spread out, still a lot of people don't remember what the good deeds City Volunteer has done, but they only remember the rumors. So when every day when we are doing the morning chanting, I always chant loudly and hope that the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, they would help out people to clearly mind, and they would see what's the true realities. And in the Lotus Sutra, Master Chen said that Buddha told us that the house is burning, but the children are still having fun, and in the house, the burning house, Buddha would tell the children that come out. I am willing to give you what you desire, and you have sheep cart and also ox cart outside and deer cart outside. Please come out from the burning house. And what is the biggest cart? Is the ox cart. And in the days of the Buddha, when Buddha was still alive, the population in the earth was only 100 million, and nowadays the population on this earth is 1 billion. So we in the old days, when Buddha was still alive, the transportation was not very convenient. Buddha can only go around, travel around to share the Dharma teachings by his feet, walking by his feet. But now we can use airplane to travel around, and this airplane might be like a big ox cart. And how many people that we could deliver to the to the shores that could save people from the suffering sea. And how do we share the right information to the people that nowadays that their information flooded on the internet, and every day we see so much information on the internet. How are we sure? How can we sure which one? How do we see that which one is the true information, and which one is the false information? And when we are flooded with the information nowadays, we need to open our heart. We need to open our heart as Buddha's heart, and we could open our heart to absorb Buddha's teaching in our heart. Our heart could be like as vast as the universe. And when the universe, the Dharma in the universe in our heart, we have immeasurable wisdom to share the Dharma teachings in our heart. So when we have goodness and kindness in our heart, this Master Zhen say that it would be a membrane, like a protection membrane, to surround ourselves, to protect from the impact and from the virus infection. So it's the best protection for us to have goodness and kindness in our heart. And nowadays, all of us have a computer, and we have a cell phone and consumer electronics. And now we open up let's take a look at the introduction of the Qiji line group. And you are able to search for Qiji information very easily online group. Through the advancing of the technology, and now we are seeking for the information that quickly come into our cell phone. And also now Qiji, we are promoting the official Qiji platform and online. Let's open the box to introduce participating in Qiji activities. Today, you can click on today's activity. You will be able to see all the activities of Qiji. You can click on it. You will be able to see, to view the activity online. And there's a spiritual wisdom online. And today, before I went out, I want to drink water. I take the glasses, water glasses, slipped on my hand. So I broke glasses. It ruined my day, my mood. So I click into the spiritual wisdom online from Qiji, and I see that Jing's aphorism. It brightened my day, and so I gained positive energy from the spiritual wisdom online from Qiji platform. And then I can also click on the sharing. I can share with my friends and family. And you can also click on about Qiji. You will be able to see what Qiji has done in the charity. And also, you can also see that Qiji not only the charitable work in Taiwan, but also in overseas. And boy, I want to ask you, how do we transform our if I want to take action, how do I take action? You can click on the donation. And you can use one fingertip to click on it, and you can make your own donation, and you will start to help the people who are in need. And please scan the QR code and join Qiji platform, official platform. And if we have new function in the Qiji platform, I will share with you in the future. And Qiji, you will be able to see online. You will be able to see the activity of Qiji every day, daily Qiji activity, and you will be able to even when you don't have time to physically participate in this activity, but you still are able to see or view the activity online. In 26% of how do you get information where Qiji had a year-end blessing ceremony? 26% of participants today get the information of year-end blessings from line information, line message forwarded to them by their friends or families. So, but this year we sent out the information not early enough, but next year we will improve. And Brother Sidan had just shared, they had charity work to help the young children. They are from underprivileged families, and they have older students who accompany them and be their mentor to work with them and help them to in their learning experience. So you will be able to see those information too, and you can also make donation online just by clicking on the make a donation logo, and you'll be able to join just by clicking on online. You will be able to join the line platform, Qiji official line platform, and you will be able to participate, and you will be able to see the Qiji activity and participate as a donation member, and you will be also to see a lot of very touching sharings online. And please send out these information to your friend and invite them to join this Qiji official platform online. And that's it. Please help us, and don't worry. Although we need to take a little bit of time to register to join this Qiji official platform and take a look at these pictures. Volunteers, they are helping the older populations, older people to register this Qiji platform, official platform online. So you see, we also help Qiji masters in Jing's Abode to help them to use this platform Tzu Chi official platform using Line. So, and please help send out this information to your friends and family. And why we want you to help out to send out this information? Because this is a very rare opportunity for a lot of people. They will be able to get very enlightening information every day online and very easily to gain wisdom online. And please grasp, seize this opportunity to be able to get your heart to close to Master Zhengyuan's heart by every day clicking on this online platform. And her name is Jingcheng. Jingcheng is healthy. She can clear her mind, always stay clear, and she is a very wise person. And Sister Changchun from Changchun volunteer. And Sister Jingshu say 感恩。
所以非常的感恩所有人的留言，在这里锦淑也说感恩师丹师兄担当天
And Jinsu says thank you very much. And we are all on the Bodhisattva path. And thank you for the message. And here is a message saying thank you to Sidan. And this is a wonderful pure practitioner, and he is our role model. And thank you very much. And now we are going to Malaysia. Okay, and let's just turn the lights off and let's take a look, okay, on the screen. And at the last moment, and we have a lot of like a beautiful souvenirs, and we also have delicious like a biscuit. And at the last, and we are going to Malaysia. Okay, and Chen Baoru in Malaysia is going to do a little bit sharing with us online. And Mr. Zheng Yan and all the volunteers online, good day. I'm very happy that we have the chance to be with you at the very end of our year. And upon receiving Mr. Zhao's lyrics, and I was in a small island in Malaysia, and I flew 38 hours back home. And after I got Mr. Zhao's lyrics, I felt it was such a beautiful scene. On the island where I stayed, and as I woke up in the morning, and I see a dim light there, and it really inspired my heart. Therefore, I finished the song in a very short time, because this is the very, very good inspiration between my heart and the master's heart. And within the song that I am going to play, and it was just okay, I really wanted to, sing you something that can inspire everybody. And it describes a very, very lonely firefly, and it only shines itself. And you will also hear, okay, and the firefly has its own like a witness and the power of a heart that is so much willing to shoulder the responsibility of Tzu Chi. And it is very important that, we shoulder on all the responsibilities. And it is very, very important to volunteers in the United States. This is a very, very heavy load, a big burden. And we just want to order like a single fireflies, which shined just a little by little. And we also encounter so many difficulties, but we still work hard. And I'm sure this is the endurance and the patience that Mr. Zheng Yan has. And after I compose the whole lyrics, and I'm sure that there will be no excuses for me to say no, to shoulder up any responsibilities. I want to convey the greater love and the spirit of Siji and the sense of mission. And I really, share this song with you from the deepest part of my heart. So let's really spread out, okay, Master Zheng Yan's spirits. Okay, and we are just the fireflies and we shine all together. And let's be, like a shining firefly. And let's sing the song. And ladies and gentlemen, please lift up your hands. And let's sing the song all together. We are the small fireflies. We are lonely. We have our dim lights toward the direction. And we are flying to sentient beings' hearts. With compassion and wisdom, we are the fireflies with the light of the heart. And we shine the world and shine ourselves. And we have aspiration. We are the fireflies. And we hold on to our aspiration. And we gather the greater love. And we save all the sentient beings. We are the fireflies. Then we have aspiration, and we have vows, and we have actions. And we will help all the sentient beings. Then we are the fireflies, and we collect all the greater love, and we help all the sentient beings. And we are the fireflies, and we really convey the sincerity to people with great love. And we are also the lucky fireflies. And we have the dim light, and we carry smiles. And we are the tiny fireflies, and with dim lights. And we break the dark corner in our mind, and we save ourselves from the dead corners in our hearts, and we save the dark corners in our heart. Thank you very much, Lu, from the United States. And we are the small, tiny fireflies. And this is wonderful that we have this wonderful song as an ending. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and all the Tzu Chi volunteers. And thanks to our a team that sharing with us. like we have a CEO in Bowen leading a wonderful team. And when such a song belongs to you and belongs to me, and I'm sure that our hearts are always together. And I'm sure, like whether you are on the spot in Kaohsiung or online, and we cherish the great opportunity and a great moment. And people are seeking a beautiful place. And let me tell you, the beautiful place is always in your heart. If you are very much willing to know more about Tzu Chi, and Master Zheng Yun will be telling us that this is the most wonderful moment, and the most wonderful and the cleanest place is always in your heart. Thank you for your participation. And I'm sure that in the next new year, 2022, then everybody, you will have a very, very shining heart. And we will say thank you, and we will carry our sincerest gratitude to everybody participating in our online study group Kaohsiung. And later on, we were having like an online gathering meeting with all the oral interpretation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stand up, please, and three Buddha bows to Buddha the Master. First bow, second bow, third bow, and ladies and gentlemen, let's continue doing good deeds. Then let's continue